end zone a few times today.
Yeah.
Lowry's over here too.
We're trying to do that every day in practice. Getting that end zone, getting that box. That's what the goal is.
How do you feel like the connection between you and Deshaun has kind of developed over these years?
It consistently growing each and every day. Just keep picking each other's brain. Learning these plays, learning these concepts, understanding these plays, and keep moving forward from there.
How do you think seem different? A lot different to you so far?
Yeah, the offense. Yeah, the concepts, everything different about this offense. The play calling, the concept. But I'm used to different. I deal with different changes mostly damn near every year of my career. So that's no biggie.
How do these new concepts will benefit you, Jerry?
I'll be trying to get it quiz out. Go ahead.
How do you think these new concepts will benefit you?
With his offense, he do a great job of getting to the best plays. So being able to give the quarterback the ability to change the plays to get in the best formation, the best concept against certain defenses and certain looks, that's just going to help us, and we're going to just be able to take advantage of that.
Physically, how does Deshaun look right now compared to like 2024 training camp, and he was still coming up?
Oh, he looked a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable. Just having those days, giving his time to prepare himself mentally and physically. He coming out here looking real good.
Do you notice anything different in his arm strength just from, in 2024, he was just coming right off of that surgery, and now it just seems like he's hitting the long ball.
Yeah, like I said, he looked a lot more comfortable. Now he's a lot more healthy. Again, that last year, having that time off, and, just being able to grind during the summer and work on his body, work on his mental. He's a lot better for sure.
Jerry, in what ways have you seen Shedeur grow from last year?
Just being more comfortable, and being more comfortable, being more confident, and that comes with repetition. Having that first year to that second year jump, you can see him out here on the field just being a lot more comfortable, confident, and in command.
And I know it's still early, obviously. You're talking about the new offense and new concepts and how it benefits you. How do you think that can benefit both Shedeur and Deshaun?
Like I said, just being able to get us in the right play, right position is going to help the whole offense. So that's the way to help.
Think of these two young receivers. How are they looking to you?
Oh, they very skilled. They each bring the different skill set. Denzel, big body, great hands. And Casey, very quick twitch. Explosive. So they've been doing a great job out here so far.
Jerry, how much can those two young guys help you? Last year it felt like when you were out there, all the focus was on you. It was like, take Jerry out, that kind of, really helped the pass game. Like the addition of Casey and Denzel, how much do you think that can take some pressure off you?
It's gonna help a lot. There's two talented guys that can make plays wherever on the field. So less focus on me and got to focus on all three of us now. So having those guys on the field is gonna be helpful a lot.
Right after the team took both those wide receivers, you were asked, Andrew was asked about you, and he said you're still the bell cow. After what was kind of a frustrating season, what did it mean to I don't know if you heard those comments. What did it mean to hear him say that you're still the focal point of this offense?
I don't really just focus too much on that. At the end of the day, I just focus on what I'm capable of doing and, consistently grinding and working to be the best version of myself, and just do whatever I need to do to help the team win. So if that's to be the bell cow, then I'm the bell cow. Whatever that means, I'm just here to help them win and be the best version of myself.
Jerry, what do you notice about how Todd handles, especially these settings on the practice field, the game versus maybe what you've seen and done in the past?
He's a straight shooter. He disciplined on what he do. He know what he wants. When we out here, he know what he want to see within his offense. So having a guy like that, he just gonna help us a lot.
Jerry, your history with Denver and here, you played with so many different quarterbacks every year. I guess the good news is whoever wins this job, you played with them before.
Yeah, about time.
Kind of relief to know that.
Yeah,
brand new quarterback.
For a receiver, it's always good to be able to have your quarterback consistent years, so that's only going to help you to build chemistry. So being able to have Deshaun and Shedeur back this year and Dylan and all those guys that I played with last year is a great feeling. You don't get that too often.
Jerry, I saw you working out in the offseason with Deshaun down, I think you guys went down in Florida.
Yeah.
And you guys were really seeming to establish a nice connection there.
Yeah.
How much did that help you? And do you think you guys will do that in the break between mini camp and training camp as well?
Yeah, just getting those extra reps has helped a lot. Just focus on the timing of the routes, the ball placement, the executing. Just understanding each other's minds, what we're going through in each process, what I'm thinking in my routes, what he's thinking, just having that chemistry and just talking about the routes and the ball just going to help us in the long run.
When Todd was hired, I can't remember if it was Jimmy or Andrew, but they were saying that some guys had come to them at exit interviews and said they want more accountability on the team. So I've seen Todd sort of up the accountability since he's been here.
Oh yeah, he's holding everybody accountable. If you're not doing your job, he's gonna either pull you out, he's gonna call you out, and make sure you're on point. So you better be on point with Todd for sure.
Jared, back to the young guys. This is a time of year where you can't do a whole lot. You're limited in what you can do, but the work that you do in there, the work on the field. What's the most important thing as someone who's been through this before, this time of year, for the rookies to take in and maybe take home with them even when they leave the building?
Just making sure you stay on top of your playbook, knowing your plays, knowing what the coaches want out of you, and just be all in. Just consistently learn each and every day. And that's it really. Just making sure you learn every day and just being consistent.
Jerry, how confident are you that you will have a bounce back season? Even if I don't know if that's the word you would describe coming out. It did feel like you were disappointed how last season went. So how confident are you can get back to this kind of year you had in 2024?
I'm very confident. I'm always be confident. I just by the amount of work I just put in throughout the off season. So I'm just waiting for it to transition to on the field.
Jerry, does anything with your preparation, Jerry, along those lines change after last year, trying to kind of, initiate that getting back to sort of the player that you think you can be from a couple years ago?
This focus more on the concentration part, doing different concentration drills and stuff like that to limit the drop that I had last year. And other than that, that's really been my big focus, really, just making sure I work on my concentration skills.
What are some of those concentration drills?
It's like ball drills, small ball drills, bouncing off the wall, little stuff like that.
Based on what you've seen so far out here in practice and what you know of Todd Monken in the classrooms and the meeting rooms and the new guys that were added, what do you think this offense could possibly look like this year or be capable of this year?
We got a lot of potential. We got a lot of great guys on the field and a lot of great players too. So I'm excited about this year. It's going to be fun.
Todd said he'd like to have the starting quarterback known before training camp. But is that something that's important for the offense to establish that guy as early as you can go forward with the starter?
Yeah, it's important to figure out who the starting quarterback be, just to have that repetition before the first game of the season. You want to know who the guy is so you can build that chemistry and get those reps in to grow.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.